Shalom, everyone, and welcome to today's Israel update. I'm Joseph Good. I live in Houston, Texas. I have Hatikva Ministries, and along with me, we have Gila Trebich, and Gila has had much to do with God's Learning Channel. She and I have worked together. She lives in Jerusalem, and she is abreast of everything that is happening in Israel and all. Also, we have Roy Shaposhnik, who is the head of the Barak Brigade Association. He is the deputy commander of the Reserve Barak Brigade, and he's going to give us insights that Gil and I will respond to. First, all of us in this country, and I think around the world, are shocked by the horrible assassination that took place yesterday of Charlie Kirk. Our hearts go out to the family members, and please be praying that the assassin is caught quickly, and that we have no more of this. And Gila and Roy, I want to welcome you to the program. And
hi.
Yeah, I know that y'all were shocked by the assassination. Anything that you want to say?
I can just say that Charlie Kirk was such a clear voice of the conservative camp with a tremendous future ahead of him. He was a real maverick. He was just 31 years old.
Yes.
And a real promising future. And his assassination is a terrible, terrible loss. And also showing what kind of I don't know what to call it, disorder we're living in, what kind of terrible situation with political assassinations are the worst. From the Israeli point of view, Charlie was a very clear voice in support of Israel. Every debate, every talk, every presentation,
yes,
people came against him. He used to do these debates. People came against him and condemned Israel. He was always a staunch supporter and told people the truth. It's just a tremendous, tremendous loss. What we can do is send condolences to his family and just hope that things like this don't happen again.
Right. And so,
very sad indeed.
Yes, it is. Just one last note there. I know over the internet it's been put out that he was turning from his support for Israel. That is a rumor that is not true. It is a bald-faced lie. It needs to be exposed for what it is. The man was stood firmly with Israel, and has been a major voice towards it. Roy, tell us what's going on in Israel, and we've had big events this past week.
Oh yes, we had some serious events in this last week. Unfortunately, we had some serious things happened in Gaza. With we lost 4 soldiers of our sister brigade, armored brigade unit 401. We had a very sad terrorist attack in the middle of Jerusalem, which 2 terrorists killed 6 citizens driving in a public bus. And I think those 2 elements led into a very massive attack, first time ever that Israeli Air Force has striked in Doha, the capital of Qatar. The main target was the Hamas, we call it the central headquarters leadership of Hamas, the international one. Let us all remember, please, that they are not innocent. Those people prayed and celebrated on the 7th of October in the morning when Hamas influenced into Israel. The attack was a very precise attack into a certain location that we had a very good intel about that. There were about 10 United Israeli airplanes who fired into a direct spot. Uh, the, the results of that attack are still unknown, and I will explain what does it mean. We know for sure that there are casualties over there. We know that there are people who got killed. We know that there are people who got severely wounded. Hamas, from his own side, is not willing to admit or to show whether the people that we claim that we killed are alive. So we are still in a lack of intel about their current status. Obviously, there is now a very important escalation together with Qatar. Qatar had a very strong position being the middleman, the negotiator between Israel and Hamas, together with Egypt. Their first immediate response after the attack was that they are withdrawing from being
Suspending
suspending,
all the negotiations. All the negotiations.
which puts a lot of things right now in a very big question mark. Let us all remember we are now 706 days since the 7th of October. We were in the middle of negotiation, and right now everything is on hold. The good thing that personally I'm getting out of it is the fact that Hamas, specifically the leadership that sits in Qatar, they felt secure. They felt that they are untouchable. And I think it's a clear message, not only to Hamas, but to everyone around the world, that Israel completely removed the silk gloves. And right now we mean business. I think it's important. Even though I would prefer to get a very straightforward answer if we kill them or not. But again, the, the, the military operation, the strike itself, has a very massive impact on all of our enemies around the world. So I think it's very good signal.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Uh, the I get the New York Times. Okay, in no way should I ever be considered liberal. Okay, or leftist. I am a conservative. Okay, but I get the New York Times so I can see what they're reporting. And they came, their headlines, you would read it like Israel slaughtered these leaders of Hamas who were sitting to negotiate peace with Israel. That is not what happened here. First off, this is the top supreme leadership of Hamas.
And
Not
just
the
to add
people
to
in
what you
Gaza.
just said, Joe, they didn't set to talk about the peace with Israel. They only
Right.
set to talk about how they will release the hostages, and in return, they will get their terrorists back. It's not that we have a conversations right now with Hamas.
Right. Now, this
How to stay
office,
in power? How to stay in power?
Yes.
Because
in power.
like President Trump and the Israelis were saying that Hamas cannot stay in power. Hamas has to be gone. They have to disarm. They have to be gone. What they were
These
trying to do is figure out a way around it to stay in power.
these are the men that actually ordered and were the October 7th massacre. Okay.
Yeah. And
They're the
they-
ones, and it was in this office where they met and they celebrated on October 7th everything, every Jew that had been, but they were celebrating in that same office.
Correct.
And,
Correct.
and so
Yeah.
we need to call a spade a spade. These were enemies not only of Israel, but literally around the world, Arab nations included. Okay. And so, yes.
Yeah.
I just want to say one important thing, because I'm hearing in the news that it was a surprise and Qatar wasn't aware and the United States wasn't aware. I want to make a couple of things clear. First of all, there is a huge American base in Qatar. There is not a chance in the world that Israel will attack near an American base without letting the American knows. Now, I understand politics a little bit. I definitely understand why a certain aspect in the world are saying we was not aware or we got the message a minute before. I understand that everybody needs to play the game. Israel is not operating alone in the world.
Right.
Israel is working together completely with their biggest ally, and that is United States. I think that was completely coordinated with them, and to be honest, also with the Qatar leadership. And the reason I'm saying it, the negotiation has been stuck. We have to understand we have killed the entire leadership of Hamas in Gaza. 3 days before, Israel killed Hamas spokesman in Gaza, meaning we managed to cut out the entire leadership of Hamas in Gaza.
Yep.
Everything is got stuck in Hamas overseas in Qatar, and I think that was a very clear message to everyone that we want to end the war and come back to the table. Let's agree on a ceasefire. Let's get the hostages back, and let's rebuild Gaza together with the Americans and bring it into a better place for everyone.
Now, I understand that 40% of Gaza City is now under Israeli control. Is that true?
Correct. Correct.
And the the people, the Palestinians, the inhabitants of Gaza City, they are have been told to evacuate, to be out of the battle zone. And is this happening?
So there is about an average of 100,000 citizens from Gaza that has already left Gaza City itself and went south into refugee camps that is being monitored by an American company that is taking care of them in terms of food, place to sleep, and the most appropriate facility for them. Also, there is, and it's not in the media, there is,
I'm sorry. I heard this morning 200,000.
maybe you're right, I didn't hear that, but you are much
Yeah.
better with me with the news than me. The thing is
I have
that
more time.
the
I have
people
more
that left
time to watch the news than you.
the people that are left in Gaza has been sent by Hamas to create riot, to threat on the people that wants to live. There is serious violence in Gaza. I hope Corey can show a footage that we took from one of the convoys that went into Gaza City.
This is an aid convoy.
This is an aid convoy.
Uh-huh.
Look at what's going on over there. Look at the amount of people that is running to the convoys. Those are people that has been getting order from Hamas to take over those convoys before it reach to the American company.
Hmm.
It's important to everybody to understand Hamas doesn't want the humanitarian aid to reach to the ends of the citizen. They want to fill their emergency shelters and warehouse so they can get back control on the people. And this
Yeah.
is very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hamas doesn't want to relinquish control of the humanitarian aid. They don't want to leave this control. They want
Right.
to keep it. Yeah,
Right.
that's
That's how they
terrible.
that's how they control the people.
Terrible. Yeah.
Now, Joe, just to what you said, what last sentence, you've mentioned 40%, you're absolutely right. Having saying that, Israel, with the relevant order to get into Gaza, that military operation hasn't started yet. The only thing that Israel is doing right now is taking out buildings in Gaza City those buildings are buildings that we know that there are terror activity in terms of getting intel, terrorists that are living over there. We are letting the people in Gaza, before we are taking out the building, we are letting them know.
Just one thing, Roy, as far as I understood, every one of these high rises had an observation point
Correct.
with cameras and with very precise observation instruments to
True.
locate Israeli forces.
True.
Plus, it had a lot of snipers positions.
True.
And
And
that's the reason why they're taking them down.
Yeah.
absolutely true, Gila. You're 100% right. I just want to say Israel is alerting before, but those buildings are important to get rid of them. And
Right.
those attacks are only coming from the air or from sea. The ground force has still hasn't started any activity towards Gaza City itself. Hamas is scared
Just
about
in
it.
the perimeter. They're just in
Correct.
the perimeter.
Now, any more news on the hostages?
So we went down to 48. If you all remember, in our previous session, we spoke about Israel managed to bring two bodies. We have 48. The intel still saying that 20 out of the 48 are considered to be alive. There are some question marks around certain people. Hamas has released three important videos. Two of them were from hostages that we never got any kind of signal until
Right.
now.
Yeah.
So that's important. Um, but look, 707 days. I mean, I never thought we
Yeah.
will reach to this day. And to be honest with you, I'm becoming a little bit more pessimistic about having any kind of a deal. Hamas understand that the minute that he will release the hostages, he will not have any more cards to play on the table, and Israel will literally will get in and will kill them all.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, talk about Gaza for the rest of this program, but we need to move on and tell us what's the situation with Lebanon on the north.
Look, it's actually amazing. Um, Unofficial, the Israeli government, including Lebanon government, are having a very impressive dialogue between them. The main thing on the dialogue is about disarm Hezbollah and actually getting a normalization agreement between Lebanon and Israel. This is huge news to all of us.
Yes.
Um, the last week there was a parliament meeting in Beirut where Hezbollah threatened the ministers and the prime minister of Lebanon that they will start again another civil war. And I have to tell you, if that happens, then the world needs to understand that Hezbollah has zero attention about the people, same as Hamas, by the way.
Right.
Right now, my biggest fear is that Hezbollah will try to assassinate the government in Lebanon, and by doing that, will stop the agreement
Yeah.
over there. Israel is 100% coordinate with the Lebanon government and the Lebanon army. We have strikes in Lebanon here and there. Today, by the way, we had two strikes, but those strikes are against Hezbollah bunkers and ammunition that we know that is there, and Lebanon army cannot reach. So there is a very good intel share between those two countries, and I actually, it's all of a sudden it's become like something extremely positive.
And so it's there's a coordination
Yes,
between the Lebanese government, the Lebanese military, and the Israeli military.
true,
Right.
true.
Okay,
I
to
have to
deal
say
with
that
the
it's
common problem of Hezbollah.
correct. And I just want to say it is all thanks to the current American administration that is doing an amazing
Right.
job by bringing those two parties into one place and actually talking and seeing that you can do things together.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Now,
American envoy, Tom Cotton, is doing tremendous work.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's about Lebanon. In Syria, we are still doing the same process that we spoke in our previous session. There are a final understanding about a security arrangement that will be between Ashara and Israel, including, by the way, the Druze that has been attacked by Ashara. They will be protected by Israel, but they will be in Syrian land. And I think it's important. You know what? This is actually putting the northern border in a completely different place, but
yeah.
it's leaving us with Hamas still that we all need to take care of.
You know, in our last update, there was something that you said that we really weren't able to develop. We ran out of time, but that there is a new Middle East, that everything is rearranging politically, militarily. Can you explain some of this?
Absolutely. Look, before the 7th of October, we all realized that there is a giant octopus called Iran, and each and every arm
Yeah.
of that octopus is coming in a different way to threat Israel. We had Hezbollah in the north, we had Assad regime, which, by the way, was a small regime but was influenced by the Iranian troops
Wow.
over there. You had the Houthis in Yemen, and of course, you had Hamas. Um, if you look about it right now, this octopus, we have managed to cut out 6 of his arms. So Hezbollah is out of the picture. Yes, it is still a political movement. Yes, they are still threatening and talking like terrorists, but their capabilities has been reduced by more than 90%. And
Yeah.
Israel is now operating in Lebanon like they haven't been working for quite a long time, for almost 20 years. I just want all to remember a week before the 7th of October, Hezbollah built a tent in one of the areas on the border between Israel and Lebanon.
But
And
Israeli
Israel
territory,
on the
Israeli
Israeli
territory.
territory, Gila, you're right.
Yeah.
And Joe, Israel was not afraid, but was reconsidering all the time whether taking it out or not. Things have changed. Look what happened 2 years after. We are now doing whatever we can by ourselves. Take a look at what's going on in Syria. We have managed to take out the entire Syrian army, chemical and biological weapon, tanks, air force. The entire navy of the Syrian is out of is completely demolished. So in a way, you have changed that as well.
Mhm.
Hamas, the Hamas capability to fire long-range Qassam missiles to Jerusalem and to Gaza settlements, villages, is not relevant. Yes, they fired 3 days ago 2 rockets
Once in a while, yeah, yeah.
once in
A
a while.
single.
I'm not saying it's okay, it's bad, but we all need to remember it's a completely different ball game
Right.
than when we were on October 7th. That is actually changing a lot of the political, geopolitical, and environment, army environment, military environment in the Middle East. It puts
Right.
Israel back in a way that they have a current influence. People are getting deterrence from Israel army, from the government. The fact that we can attack in Qatar, which is 2,280 kilometers. The
That's
fact that
over
we can,
1,500 miles, maybe.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah,
sorry. I mean,
yeah.
this is something that we never
It's
had.
amazing. It's
Yeah,
amazing. Tom Cotton, the envoy, summed it up in a beautiful way. He said that Israel is disregarding any kind of a line that was drawn in the Sykes-Picot Agreement. The borders don't exist anymore. Wherever there's a danger, wherever somebody attacks Israel, we'll go there, we'll be there to stop these attacks. Anywhere in the Middle East.
Right.
Yeah.
And
It's really amazing. It's really amazing, Roy. And it's thanks to you guys. Thanks to
Yep.
you guys. Yeah.
And one of the things that, it becomes, I think the whole world's amazed. And number one, at the skill of the Israeli military. And I'm talking all the arms of the military, whether it be the on the ground, in the air, and at sea. Okay. But also the intel. The intel has been amazing. And I think around the world, whether people love Israel, hate Israel, or indifferent towards Israel, they are impressed.
Absolutely.
And that is
Joe,
a
but
very important message.
I want to say something about one sentence that you said. The people who love Israel, who hate Israel. I want to say something, and that's my personal opinion quickly. I will give it to you in 30 seconds. I think that the world is overwhelmed of what Israel is doing. I think that the world is shocked in a positive way of what Israel is doing.
Yes.
There are some leaders that, because of internal domestic issues, are not able to express their true feelings and their true opinion. And I am just giving one as example, Cameroon from France. At the end of the day, what we are doing, we are revealing the fundamental terrorist attack of the Islam that is trying to get not into Israel, into the world. And I said it a lot of time. I am feeling that I am now in a place of history, in another crusade, in a religion war between the Christian, the Muslim, and right now the Jewish are in the middle. But unlike before, we are the one that is putting
The Judeo-Christians. The
Yeah.
Judeo-Christians.
correct. Thank you,
versus-
Gila.
I
Thank you
need
very
to
much.
Islam.
make an announcement before we close out. First, I want to thank everyone for your support to the David
Thank you.
Fund and everything.
Thank
But
you.
we are having right now. We have an internet problem. There's been some sabotage of our website. We give us a few days so that we can get it straightened out. But please go to the David Fund and support Israel with your donations. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, everybody.
We love you.